Have you ever had a book that is pulling you towards it? Something about that book is making you want to just stop everything that you're reading, put everything aside, and read this book. I have one of those books in my possession right now, and I don't know why it's making me want to do that. All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark, and this is the Book Lounge. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Hope everyone's having a great start to the week. Last week was crazy for me. Crazy. It was my work's 100th year party, and the entire week it was just chaos, mayhem. Everyone was just running around, getting mad with each other, and we need to get this done. We need to get that done. Mark, do this, do that. Josh, I need you to do this, need you to do that. Like, it was just pure mayhem, pure mayhem. But it's over. It went well. We all had a good time. And now we can get back to our regular scheduled program, which I am so thankful for, because the past 2 months I have been working like 50, 60, 70 hour weeks to get the job ready for this party. But it's all over, and now I can relax. So let's get to it and let's talk some books, shall we? All right, last week I had started Intuition by K.T. Carlisle. Now, this is an advanced copy that she was kind enough to gift me, and I am really enjoying this. I'm really liking it. This tells the story of, I'm halfway through, a little bit more than halfway, but yeah, this tells the story of a young woman who was on her way home to Vermont to attend her cousin's funeral. And as she's on her way home, she's making her way through the airport, making her way to the departure gate. A strange woman grabs her and freaks out, tells her that you can't get on the plane, it's going to crash, you're going to die, please don't get on. She's doing what she can to try and not let this woman, Sarah, the main character, on the plane. And Sarah thinks she's crazy, that she's just freaking out over nothing. But the stranger, which her name is Raven, starts to tell her things that when you get on the plane, you're going to see this airline employee named, I forget what the name was. And then you're going to see somebody throw up. And then you're going to see this child wearing I believe it was a red or orange coat. But she still is thinking nothing of it, thinking that she's just, wacko and whatever. So she gets on the plane, and then everything that the woman was telling her is starting to come true. So then she freaks out, gets off the plane, finds the woman, and the woman is happy that she got off, that she listened. So now they're basically on the run. The plane crashes. It's mayhem. And they start to figure out that Sarah was a target. And of course, they don't know who is trying to kill her. So they're on the run. They're going from motel to motel. And basically, this woman is doing what she can to protect her, to find out what's going on and why someone is trying to kill Sarah. But let me just tell you this about this book. The writing is excellent. The author wastes zero time getting into the nitty-gritty. Like, it picks up like that. But there's something about the character Raven. I don't trust her. I can't pinpoint it, But it's just the way she acts and the way she talks to Sarah that's making me think that she is behind everything. I don't know. I could be completely off about it, but that's just the vibe I'm getting from the character Raven. Hopefully I'm wrong, because Sarah is very emotional and she is starting to like Raven a lot, and she's already been through a pretty nasty relationship. So if this one turns out the way that I think it's going to turn out, then this is going to crush Sarah. So hoping it's not, but I'll have to keep on reading to find out. All right, the next few books are books that I bought over the weekend, and I'm very excited about this. This next book is weird because I bought this book out of nowhere. I was going through Goodreads and just scrolling through books and happened to stop on this one, read the synopsis, and was like, all right, I'm gonna buy it. And then out of nowhere, like the past 3 or 4 days, I have seen at least 4 booktubers talk about this book and different series of this book. So weird. Terry Pratchett, Guards, book 1 of the City Watch novel, Discworld. Sorry. So I don't know. Yeah, I just happened to come across this book, thought it sounded good, and I bought it. And now everyone's talking about it. That's so weird. Insurrection is in the air in the city of Ankh-Morpork. The haves and have-nots are about to face off. Again, it's old news to Captain Sam Vimes of the city's ramshackle Night Watch. But this time, something is different. The have-nots have found the key to a doormat lethal weapon that even they can't fully control. And they're about to unleash a campaign of terror on the city. Long believed extinct, a Draco Nobilis, it's a dragon, can now be seen patrolling the skies above Discworld's greatest city. Not only does this unwelcome visitor have a nasty habit of charbroiling everything in its path, but is also soon crowned king. It's a noble dragon after all, right? Can Vimes, Captain Carrot, and the rest of Ankh-Morpork City Watch restore order before it's burned to a crisp? That sounds pretty damn good, I must say. And I did not know that Terry Pratchett died. Born 1948, died 2015. So yeah, I'm excited to get to this one. Love the cover. I have not read anything from this author, so this will be my first book by him. And yeah, this was, like I just said, out of nowhere. And not sure when I will get to it, but I'll get to it soon. The next book is also the same thing. I was just scrolling through Goodreads, came across this, and like how it sounded, and bought it. So this is called The Outcast Mage, Book 1. The Shattered Lands, Book 1. Love the cover. Love it. All right. In the glass city of Amora, magic is everything, and Nayla, a student at the city's legendary academy, is running out of time to prove she can control hers. If she fails, she'll be forced to exile, relegated to a life of persecution with the other magicless hollows, or worse, be consumed by her own power. When a tragic incident further threatens her place at the academy, Nayla is saved by Helios Arcana, the most powerful living mage. Finding in Nayla a kindred spirit, Helios stakes his position at the academy on teaching her to harness her abilities, but Helios has many enemies and they would love nothing more than to see Nayla fail. Trapped in the deadly schemes of Amoris elite, Nayla must dig deep to discover the truth of her powers or watch the city she loves descend into civil war. For there is violence on the wind and greater powers are at work. Ones who could use her powers for good or destroy everything she's ever known. Sounds pretty good. Like I said, again, scrolling through Goodreads, found it, read it, and bought it. That's why I like going through Goodreads or Fable. I find so many new authors that I've never heard of, and yeah, it's just awesome. And it helps me buy more books. This is a, let me see. Let me check it out. $420-page book. The others were the Terry Pratchett one is, let me see, 363, and Intuition is just over 300. So Intuition, I'll be done this week, and I will get the review out this week on it. So keep your eyes open for that. Now, the last book is the book that has me wanting to just put everything aside and read it. And I'm going out of my comfort zone with this book because I don't read books like this. I don't. It is a love story. I don't read love stories. I mean, I read 2 romance books at the beginning of the year, and I did enjoy them. They were 2 romance books that my wife has on her bookshelf. She said, read these. Get into romance. You might like it. You might not. If you don't, whatever. And I read it, and it was pretty good. I liked it. I mean, I read the first one in 2 days. That's, yeah, 2 days. Second one, I read about a week. But I haven't continued any of the other ones in the series. Oh, yeah, look at this. Jason, Michael, Freddy, Pennywise. I love this mug. I love it. All right. So which book am I talking about? Which book just has me glued to it right now? Not by reading it, but just by the synopsis and just what it's about. It is by Sherry Frasier, A Letter. Now, this author followed me on Twitter a while back, and I looked up her book some time ago, and it sounded good. It did sound good. And then the past week, I went through it again, and I just knew I had to get it. I don't know why, but something about the book is just making me want to read it. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. If anyone has ever had this feeling towards a book, let me know, because this is weird. I've never just had a book that was just like, read me. Trust me and read me, you know? So every step away from him brought me to him. The true story of how random signs of her first husband urges the next wife to search for the man she divorced decades prior. Unlike the many times before when memories of him popped up and she forced the shame and sadness aside, this time was different. This time she takes action. After finding his address online, she composes a letter and mails it to him 25 years after their divorce. The outcome surpasses a Hollywood movie. That's this book here. I can't explain it. I don't know why this is pulling me to it. I don't know why. Maybe it's my inner self saying, just get out of your comfort zone. Read something that you normally don't read. Maybe that's it. Who knows? Maybe there's going to be some kind of message. Sorry, I'm kind of like, maybe there'll be some kind of message that I'll find out in this book. I don't know. But I am excited to get to it, and I'm going to get to it a lot sooner. And I mean a lot sooner than later. If my urge to keep wanting to read this book continues, then I'm putting everything aside and getting to this book. So, yeah. I don't know. Cannot explain it. All right, well, that is it for the book call and what I have done the past week. So, I have The Outcast, Mage by Annabel Campbell. The one that I just showed you, Sherry Frasier's A Letter. Guards by Terry Pratchett. The first book in the Discworld. I keep saying word. Discworld. A City Watch novel. Discworld. Discworld, Mark. Discworld. Learn how to talk. And then I am still reading Intuition by K.T. Carlisle. So hopefully these books have gained some of your interest and you will put them on the list. Who knows? The TBR will never end. You all know that. But all right, until the next time, stay strong, stay focused, stay positive. Grab yourself some coffee, tea, and whatever beverage you like to have. Relax, watch a movie, watch some TV shows. Basically, just lounge around. See you next time.